I could talk about this game for hours, but I'm not going to. Before we show off the gameplay, that is the feature of this video, I wanted to talk to you guys about why it is probably the best time to bring a sequel out. Everybody has their favorite game. And when you have a crossover or all-star style game like this, you always want to use your favorite character. Well, sometimes, especially with the original game, there were some PlayStation fans that liked the game and had their favorite character, but moved over to other characters of games that they might not have played. And that in turn made them curious about the backstory of those characters, to the point that they wanted to go out and buy a game with that character in it. That's what PlayStation All-Stars Part 2 can do for PlayStation. It could energize their fan base to support other games. Right now, the most popular games are Spider-Man, God of War, and Horizon Zero Dawn. You could expand that interest 100% by having a game with all the characters that need assistance. Also, bringing back classic characters that you haven't used in forever, like Sly Cooper and Jak and Daxter, which were in the original PlayStation All-Stars. You could add new characters like Knack, Astrobot, Aloy from Horizon Zero Dawn, obviously, and Jin from Ghost of Tsushima. The new version of Kratos, and probably add in a classic version of Kratos just to make sure everybody's happy. It's not that hard to create this game, and it probably shouldn't spend over $100 million to create this game. They are the market leaders, and I'm talking about PlayStation. You can pull in favors that you should have been at the table pulling those favors in the original, but now you have a chance to make it up to your fans. Make sure you have somebody from Final Fantasy, like Cloud. Make sure you have Crash and Spyro. It is very important that if you have a game made or you're making a game that's supposed to celebrate your history, your legacy, that you do all that you can do to respect your history and your legacy. Today I'm going to be playing PlayStation All-Stars featuring Sweet Tooth, Kratos, Radek from Killzone, Nathan Drake from Uncharted. These are some pretty iconic characters. This was the very first PlayStation All-Stars. It was a beautiful game then, and is still beautiful right now. A lot of chaos going on in the very smallest area before it expands to one of the biggest areas. This is the stowaway level from Uncharted 3. This is one of the best set pieces in video game history, where the plane starts to go down, and this is taking place in Uncharted 3. Well, Nathan Drake has to fight a pretty heavy size enemy. It was dope. From the point of that fight to the plane going down to you being on the crate with the the parachute, and you're floating down to the fucking desert below, and there's no loading screens. It's just one fucking take, and it's just beautiful. As you can see, Nathan Drake has every type of move that you would expect him to have, from a Gatling gun to a revolver to a AK-47, a grenade launcher, and a grenade. Sweet Tooth does what he needs to do, ramming you. Has a rocket. He will kick you with C4 and fuck you up with a machete and a shotgun. He also has a Molotov. When it comes to Radek, he has every gun, every weapon at his disposal, including his knife, which he uses on you in the last boss battle for Killzone. And of course, Kratos, which is literally looking like Kratos of old. This is the classic God of War 1, 2, 3, and the 2 PSP Kratos, all wrapped into one. He has movesets from every last God of War game at that time. I believe that if there was a sequel in the works, we would have to be looking at a new Kratos versus old Kratos situation, because this one was already overpowered with almost every move at his disposal, including a bow and arrow. So, yeah. A fucking crazy cast of characters. They obviously had a good roster, but it could have been a lot better. There were key characters, like our Mario and our Zelda were not there, which was Crash and Spyro. So I'm hoping that if a sequel was to happen, we get every character that we're supposed to get. I'm hoping that maybe they think about changing the gameplay style. Keep the supers as an immediate KO, but have something like a percentage or a health bar. That could make it more appealing to casual gamers. God, this game was fucking beautiful. Still is. I hope you guys enjoyed this gameplay.